progress though. Look at the defensive side pushing those B halls. That's so sick. They get the full info, and now they could probably send ardiis, yo, get over to swing past mid, get over towards A, because right now Pyth's in trouble. He's going to be good for the first contact. He buys enough time to get some rotations in, but it's going to be a retake here.
Yeah, and Pat rightfully backing all the way back up to heaven. He's going to get some backup from his teammates. I say that, but a bit overzealous with that peek with the Marshall, and he will fall over there. But Mixwell and davidp now making their way through tree. Spike will go down, and they find themselves in a 3v4 retake scenario, looking for an entry.
Retake positions were pretty good until then. Finding davidp and Mixwell has isolated things. ardiis though, it's always going to be ardiis to be such a threat, even on just an SMG. Trying to avoid that. It's game time. Emilio just outbangs him. That was a little bit of a shame for Pyth there.
Yeah, Emilio just swings way wide on that one and still comes out on top, and Emilio will find a second on the round. Mixwell will fall in heaven. Spike going to go down just behind Generator here, and ardiis going to get a little bit of information with the recon, and we'll find that headshot through the ground. But there you go, Emilio will find his third now, and Dreamchasers might be able to hold on to this.
You will not.
Good. We'll see. Rez coming in is going to make it trickier. Mixwell's back on his feet. Patitek finds Emilio.
Get out of my way.
Rez player looking pretty Debbie. That's beautiful. Mixwell and Patitek, the timing, the combination. Just nice synergy between the two, and the fuse will come through. And again, G2 though, we're seeing...
Sight for them is.
I mean, we'll find out if they get anything from it. But so far, Patitek finding KINGKHOBRA is going to kick things off pretty well. I'm pretty sure it's a very light buy Ghosts. So we can kind of talk through this one. We don't need to hype up ecos. I mean, I think you do have to... It's hard, right? It's like you kind of have to not eco. You have to kind of default against G2 because they push so often.
Yeah.
They'll push out of A, they'll push out of B. I'm just seeing, do they value getting utility out of, who is it? It'd be davidp and ardiis, potentially? That's the only reason I'd see to do it.
Yeah, and I guess so. Actually, you know, in terms of, you know, late round, the utility does become more
lean. Now, oh no, we've seen what Omens can do with the Jet on this side if you're looking at North America, but right now, that was a little overzealous from Patitek, but now Pyth going to be put through his paces as the hit's coming forward, but you can see the util being put down to buy some time. Full spam. Catching KINGKHOBRA. He's got to be a little bit cautious here. He's going to be trying to buy time, and his buddies are there. They're here to support. ardiis finds one of them. This is a shutdown. You show aggression against G2. This is what happens back to you.
Yeah, I love it. And also, sorry, Pyth will find his third on the round, the second through, well, initially the Cyber Cage and then that one through the Cloud Burst. But I love how Pyth is just able to buy so much time for ardiis to come and pop the Hunter's Fury all the way from back underneath window. Halfway point of the first half on Ascent. This is, I mean, when the game starts running away from you, if you're coming into round 8 on pistols only. And again, it's not like Dreamchasers haven't been able to get anything going. It's kind of post-plant where things are kind of falling apart for them. But I guess that comes down to just the composure of G2. Obviously, we talked about a couple of rounds ago, Pat making the absolute right decision to fall all the way back. That's I'm not sure why he sat around to see just how much damage that paint shell did, but he fell inside the dark cover nonetheless. But you talked a second ago about obviously G2 pushing out, and I've kind of donned this term defensive executes, which I think G2 are one that demonstrated very well, where they literally set up for a push. I mean, they've actually got ardiis tucked all the way underneath stairs. He's going to have 2 enemies actually just passing right over the top of his head here. They're not going to spot him, and KINGKHOBRA's going to have the fright of his life if he comes to peek mid-link, and ardiis actually going to swing up onto the top of stairs there instead. So that brings it to a 3v3 now, and Dreamchasers has got a couple of weapons on the board now.
So again, let's talk about rolling it back to basics Counter-Strike style. You've got to be very careful against pistols. Especially deagles, sheriffs, you know, using that analogy, you kind of have to play a very standardized game because those annoying little pistols can do some damage. Patitek going to keep this one calm for now, as there is only one left alive. It's the Omen on the other side. And Patitek, not having any of it. Nicely done. Instant trades. And that's one thing I really... And this is something that I don't think people realize how valuable people... Like, the thing is that Patitek doesn't get the hype that, like, ardiis or Mixwell gets, potentially. But, I mean, he is such a solid... There we go. Jet's over there still. Lovely. Right, so they're doing the classic So you get a player advantage and you basically hold, because if you're G2, the classic thing you want to do is almost over-aggress to try and even the odds. And something like Mixwell's doing, and knowing Mixwell, it's going to work out. He misses the shot. Very uncharacteristic. Now we're going to dash out of there. Mixwell's still large and in charge, but they know it's going to be this B hit.
Get out of my way!
Yeah, and Dark Cover going to cover off the defensive spawn. Pit's trying to find a little bit of damage through that. Hunter's Fury going to get invested as well here. We'll find out, and Emilio trades that back out, but David P still down there on site doing damage, and ardiis with the wall bang as well. We'll find KINGKHOBRA. Meanwhile, Dreamchasers making all the way through tree. The spy cam spots him out, so all the info is going to go there. Pat's tucked away in hell. And actually, Emilio's got above them in heaven. Pit going to find Aaron.
Unimportant.
There you go. And actually, Mixwell going to get caught on the rotation as well, but they've got to be careful. This,
No more meddling.
I was going to say, he's
no
got to be careful.
charges.
Pit's still tucked behind Generator. Could do some damage from there, but he does get spotted out. Pat now the only one left on site.
ardiis turns up in the nick of time, finds two of them. He's such a nuisance of a player. And now Emilio has to go hunting. He's got to find them. Ooh, baits out on the corner, gets the 1v1, predicts the second player. Not bad, but... Oh, dearie me. It all falls apart. 9-1. David P
It's not as if it's an absolute slaughterhouse. It's G2 just holding the line. They're showing really, really great discipline here, and we talked about that a couple of times in terms of, you know, playing their life and playing for the retakes. As I say that, Pat going to find a freebie on Emilio walking through the dark cover. And again, now the damage is done. All they've got to do is just sit back and wait for Dreamchasers to make a move.
If someone wants to be keen and get statistics, how many times did G2 get first blood? That's what I want to see. A couple of trades out over by the aggress towards B, but ardiis just casual, cool, calm, collected. Look at him. Look at this guy. He looks so. I mean, ain't that the cool though? Ain't that the cool? They need not.
Yeah. Dare I say it on broadcast?
To run.
Yes, I will.
God, you heard it here first. Oh dear. No. How's he done this again?
Yeah.
Someone! David P walks through these halls every single day. He just has a wander. He's loving it. Look at
Get
him.
out of my way!
How's he just got 3 of them?
I don't know. Again, and it's basic stuff. Well, hopefully more than 2 rounds. I say that, but David P is going to draw first blood elsewhere, and I mean, just look how far he's made it through the map. Look at where David P is. And, I mean, hopefully they don't get caught out by this Emilio position here. He's going to find 2 actually in mid-link. Going to get himself a ghost, and the spike is down as well. So all of David P's hard work actually going to fall apart, and Pit loses that one. I'm not sure why he's challenging on his own. Didn't wait for his teammate to fall back, but Dreamchasers might put the pistol round on the board.
Who's left? Is it David P?
The one and only.
Here.
Go on, David P. Let's see it. Nah. All right, fair enough. Back to the B halls. He likes it there. Timing on that. Oh
That's
dear. Okay, this has gone from like 1 kill's not that bad to this is a bit of an issue.
Yeah, and again, we've seen G2 punish teams really, really hard on, again, not even forcing into round 2.
Area.
I mean, they started this off with classics. It's now a tall order to defend B site from the boathouse, but KINGKHOBRA will shut down Pat on the way in. Let's see if they can stop any sort of disaster here from G2 getting this. And there you go, David P will
There
fall,
we are.
Pit will fall, Aaron will clean up. That was a lucky escape, considering the first eco round that Dreamchasers find them on is going to be GG. As going to go for this push through tree, and it's
That's
not
huge.
Yeah, it's not looking as if it goes the way I would have expected that one to. 3 members of G2 will fall. Pit will get the spike down in front of Generator. ardiis trailing through mid right now. So see if they can hold on to this post line. ardiis will find one. That's a good start.
Yeah, but it's an instant trade. They're not letting this get too far away. Aaron's on the site. Tickles the old bomb. Door now gets blown. He's off the defuse. Al drone in. Nice work. Gonna get enough. What?
Ooh. Okay.
Guys, call the police. There's been a criminal offence. Someone.
Do you know what? I was saying this the other day.
I mean, how big that? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. What? Mixwell, why are you making a martial work? We don't play those games here. Oh dear, don't you do that. We don't do that. Patitek, thank you for dying accordingly as to plan. Give Dreamchasers a nice little chance. Let them have some fun. The spike's around the back of A, so we're all good. They're just trying to do damage. They're just playing the game to take away the economy. That's it. And honestly, they're doing start. Wall going back in over the top. Ultimate there. They're going to push in. They did the ultimate towards the side. You got davidp taking down Emilio. I love this camera. There we go. Aaron over towards the defensive side spawn. But by now, look at the Dreamchasers. They're just down to 2. Raze and Sage to try and play this back in. They do have a res, but no one's that close by. KINGKHOBRA trying to work the back lines, but you're in davidp's territory. This is his homeland. You don't get to come over here and do this. davidp denies, even though Aaron did find success. It's going to be just Aaron. I think he knows it might be best to try and find a res real quick if he can, but there's so many bodies in the way.
Ooh, hey, look for something as well. It's
Out of charges.
KINGKHOBRA. You can see a lot of spam coming through mid. davidp actually going to pick him up with the wallbang. And G2 looking to get really aggressive through mid here. davidp tucks himself into pizza. Will fall to Emilio, but ardiis good for the trade now. And Mixwell just going to force through, finds his second trade. That puts Dreamchasers in a 2v3 situation now. And Pat's actually going to TP all the way back to Boathouse with the spike in hand. Res comes through. Mixwell will find another one here. But Spike going to go down on B. And Dreamchasers now a 2v3 retake to keep this map going.
Yeah, no pressure as my desk smells of coffee and milk. It's very sad here. Aaron trying to work it back in. Last time around did a pretty good job. Wasn't enough to claim the round, but you can see that late game utility being put down to play. Patitek is having none of it. And for KINGKHOBRA, another bite of the cherry. Gonna find one, but the trade comes out. And G2 just kind of looked dominant, if I'm honest. 13-5. Yes, it's a little bit of damage